open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this is going to be incomplete. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. For the Tennessee Titans, they got the victory last week against Jacksonville, so they're at 7-6, but right now they're still on the outside looking in that AFC playoff race.
Yeah, but they certainly looked the part of a playoff team, didn't they, on Thursday night? They dismantled Jacksonville 30-9. As you mentioned, 7-6. Final 3 games, though, at the Giants, and that sure is tougher than it looked a month ago. Home against Washington, which is reeling right now, and then home against the Colts, and that game could really mean a great deal.
Yeah, it could, because both of those teams right now 7-6, looking up at Houston at 9-4. On second down, here's Henry fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Washington's offense coming out here to get the football again, but the Redskins, CD, they've lost 4 in a row after that loss last week to New York. So it seems like only yesterday they were 6-3.
It was yesterday.
Top of the NFC East, where the injury to Alex Smith, then Colt McCoy, the backup, got injured. They're in some trouble.
Yeah, both of them with broken legs, and Alex Smith's especially tough injury. They tried Mark Sanchez, not the long-term answer. None of us really expected that. They tried Josh Johnson, who hadn't completed an NFL pass since 2011. He was marginally better. He will start for them next week. That's what it's coming to. The formula of running Adrian Peterson, playing good defense, has not worked lately. And now Washington looks like they're out of the playoff race.
That's a crazy stat about Josh Johnson. Imagine going 7 seasons between completing your NFL passes.
How about that? They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
Looking to throw. Johnson. And that's incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play, because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
To throw on third down, Johnson. He finds his target. It's Crowder. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. First down, here's the run with Peterson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that. Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, Titans, gain of 12. For Henry, week 14 against the Jags, what a game he had. 238 yards. Of course, he had the 99-yard touchdown run, but he had 4 scores total.
How about that? And going into the game, I think he had a total of 474 yards on the year. Had been over 50 yards in a game just 4 times, highlighted by 58 against New England and 57 against Jacksonville the first time they played. Certainly found his groove on Thursday night in Nashville, didn't he?
He did. What a game. 238, 4 scores. All right, partner, let's peek ahead to week 15 while we have a second here. It starts out with a good one on. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Third and long here for Mariota. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position. Good
blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Let's go! 38!
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Benny Logan breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mariota now to throw on first down. Flushed out right. Throw left side complete to Sharp. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Uncorks one for Davis, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And the Titans getting set to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side, caught by Davis. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Mariota hands to Henry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And finding Cohen. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Going underneath for Lewis. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans being kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse. And I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. Here's Johnson on 1st and 10. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? You just get on our backs, and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
Back to throw. Johnson. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Come on, let's go. Ryan 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a hunting down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and get the first down.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Johnson now. Going to throw again. Incomplete. Almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go. 1-9.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's brought in by Dodson. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunky yardage picked up.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now Mariota. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Harris has it over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jurrell Casey in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're up by 1. They have the football. The key here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. You know, all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in everything that you do. No let up. No crazy plays. And they can go home with a victory.
Let's see here if they can do all those things and hang on to this victory.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
The defense.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.